The Golden State Warriors have been red hot since the Jimmy Butler trade. Even I was skeptical at first, and people have held back on calling the Warriors real contenders, even with them barely losing a game over the last month. People have said the winning streak was because of the schedule and a bunch of other things, but just last night, at the time of this recording, the Warriors had a big test against the Milwaukee Bucks without Steph Curry. He was on the bench due to rest, and I think they showed the NBA just how terrifying they are. Everything is clicking, and I want to talk all about it. But before I begin, this video is sponsored by WonderFan. WonderFan is an app that lets you win rewards and prizes just from being a sports fan. Yep, you heard that right, and keep it on the low. I don't want this thing to get too big because it's literally like a cheat code. Whether you're attending games or watching from home, you can literally just take a picture of the game you're watching and you can earn Wonder. You can also earn Wonder just from scrolling social media posts on the app. So basically everything you already do as a sports fan, you can continue to do, but now you get paid for it because with Wonder, you can redeem gift cards to places like Nike, Chipotle, Uber, so many great places that we all know and love. So yeah, go check out WonderFan today. I'm gonna leave the link to download in my description, but literally all you have to do is log onto your phone, go to the app store, hit download. It will change your life. And also, WonderFan is giving away $1,000 every single week right now, so that is another incentive to go download. Alright, so the Warriors played the Bucks, no Curry. Like I said, this was a real test. All eyes were on this game, and the Warriors proved just how good they are, and Jimmy Butler all along was the guy this team needed to make all of the gears turn. Jimmy nearly recorded his second triple-double as a Warrior, and not only was Butler's performance critical to getting the Warriors a bounce-back win, but it also put him in the franchise record books. He needed just 17 games to reach both 100 rebounds and 100 assists in a Golden State Warriors uniform, which is the fastest mark in the franchise's storied history. In the fourth quarter alone, Jimmy recorded 9 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds to help stave off a Bucks squad that went on a huge run to start the second half. His witty drawn foul on a 3 at the end of the third quarter, where he converted all 3 free throws, restored Golden State's lead for good. Jimmy really does have a little bit of LeBron and a little bit of Luka in him, because he can dominate a game without scoring. Yeah, he can be seen as arrogant and a bit of a toolbox sometimes, but you can plug him in with pretty much any group of players in the NBA, even bench warmers, and he will make it work. And that is what we saw a lot of tonight. Well, the Warriors don't have too many so-called bad players, but Jimmy just makes anything work. I still remember the story that Jeff Teague told on a podcast about Jimmy Butler, where he was getting a massage when he was on the Timberwolves, while everyone else was running laps and diving all over the floor, doing all the dirty work and that kind of stuff. And then as soon as the coach announced 5-on-5, Jimmy hopped right out and yelled, "I'm playing." But he pointed to the bench warmers. He wanted to play with the bench warmers against the starters, and he won with the front office in the building, and he started screaming, "Pay me, pay me." And that's just who Jimmy is. He's weird, but he's intense, and he's an absolute dog on the court. And the Warriors front office was willing to take a chance. I mean, they had to get Curry a second guy because he looked miserable out there. And so far, that risk has paid off, even though there is a long time to go. Another underrated player who has just been so solid is Quenton Post. The 7-footer has been a steal for the Warriors, providing much needed big man depth for this newfound dangerous squad. Post was selected with the 52nd overall pick in the second round of the 2024 NBA draft after an impressive 5th season at Boston College, where he averaged 17 points, 8.1 rebounds, 2.9 assists, and almost 2 blocks a game, while making 43.1% of his 3-point attempts on the year. The big man is known for his polished offensive game, and the Warriors took a chance on his skill set, translating to their unselfish and spread out offensive attack. Trading for Butler really magnified the need to have guys who could make open shots around him, Curry, and Draymond, and the Warriors really have lacked size for some time, so they found the perfect combo in Post, who was shooting 41.4% from 3, making 1.7 per game on the year. Having only played 31 games, including 13 starts, Post will need to continue to earn his minutes, especially heading into the playoffs, but the sample size has led to success thus far. In this game against the Bucks, Post put up 14 points with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal in 23 minutes while knocking down 4 threes. His ability to shoot the ball generates better looks for guys like Curry and Butler because he pulls the opposing big man away from the rim, as was the case last night with Brook Lopez. He also has a quick release for a 7-footer, allowing him to get open catch and shoot looks on skip passes when defenders get too drawn into the paint. Post's accuracy from behind the arc has been impressive, but the way in which he is able to get shots is just as valuable. He has been able to knock down shots from all over the court and has shown the ability to make shots on the move and in transition. This skill set really is rare to find in a player his size, and it suits the Warriors offense beautifully. He also has been comfortable handling the ball, even taking it up the court and finding the open man in transition at times. He's not a great defender and is not a real rim protector. If he was, he likely would have seen his draft stock rise way higher last summer, but he's been able to use his strength and positioning to make up for his deficiencies at times. If he can continue to improve on the defensive end of the floor, the Warriors will become an even more dangerous team with Post in the rotation, especially in a playoff series with everyone healthy and playing at 100%. Anyways, moving on, let's look at some film from this game. Starting off right here, I have no idea what the plan was for the Bucks defensively. Post starts with the ball up top, Pods and Post rolled, and literally they were both wide open. How do you have Giannis and Lopez on the floor and nobody defending the paint? But from a Warriors point of view, Jimmy Butler literally got a triple team look up top. I know some of it was just from confusion because there is no way the plan was to triple Jimmy from behind the arc, but this was easy work. Here Butler just makes a play in transition. The Warriors did not have a guy that could do this stuff before the trade, and this is not as easy as Butler made it seem. A lot of NBA players would have made this, but not as smoothly. Looking at some of the numbers, I already talked about Butler's near triple-double, but Draymond Green had such a Draymond Green type of game. He played 36 minutes and scored 3 points with 10 rebounds and 4 assists, and then he had 2 steals and 4 blocks. He, in Warriors fans' eyes, is back in the Defensive Player of the Year race, and then Moody had 7, 7, and 3, and Post, who I talked about for basically the entire video, had 14, 4, and 3, and then Pods had 17 points and 7 rebounds. And then off the bench, Buddy Hield and Kuminga combined for 25 points. The Warriors looked really good. Everything is starting to click, and it has been fun to watch. Here's what some of the guys had to say in their post-game interviews.
And they really made a nice push. QP hit the big three from the corner. There's a good flow with that group and good two-way lineup. So they made a great run, and we were able to hold them off.
Steve, between Jimmy's sort of rescue mission almost and Draymond's defense on Giannis, I mean, which of those things do you think just led this victory here?
Well, either one is worth the headline. I mean, Draymond, that defense tonight on Giannis was incredible to hold him to 5 field goals. Draymond showed why he's still one of the great defenders in the world and why he's so important to winning night after night. I thought it wasn't just the defense, it was the leadership, it was the energy. It was such a professional effort by our guys.
I don't ever think that, like, you lose control of the game. I think that this is a game of runs, and I think us as a unit, as a team, have to know that more than anybody, especially when 30's out there. Like, he can get us back in the game in, 2-3 possessions. So teams are going to make shots, teams are going to miss shots. You stay the course knowing that the end result is going to be with the Warriors winning.
That's really all I have to say for this video. I cannot wait for the playoffs. I think the Warriors are going to create a very interesting matchup for whoever they end up facing, whether it's the Lakers, whether it's OKC. Man, there's going to be some very interesting matchups, and I think the Warriors have the talent and the depth to get it done, especially with the experience that they have. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world, and until next time, I will see you all later.